Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
Now then, welcome back to Imagine Not Being Leeds. Take them off. Oh, just at a kids' party. Young ones just played football. Back, kids change back out to a party. Kids just, they take your weekend now, don't they? They take your weekend when they're this age. Anyways, really fun little video. I've been nominated by my good friend Eddie from Rusty Tin Can 1919. Great channel. I'll put the link in the description and the thumbnail here from his video that he's tagged me in. Great channel. His content, his videos are popping off. He's getting thousands of views. Still only around the 300, just over 300 mark. Deserves much more. Salt of the earth kind of guy. Really refreshing to the scene. Coming up with decent ideas, different ideas. The 5 worst stadiums he's visited, the best 5 stadiums he's visited, stuff like that. Something a bit different. Trying to cipher through all the transfers, rumours can be difficult, so it's nice to see someone coming out there and putting, you know, some different ideas into the mix. And yeah, please go check out his channel, Rusty Tin Can 1919. Like I say, I'll put the link in the description. But yeah, so he come up with a fun idea, spoke to me yesterday about it. He has googled the 5 questions to ask a Leeds fan via AI and to see what came out. So I actually quite like the questions that he used. So he said I can use the same 5, or I can, you know, do the same thing, put that same question into AI and see what it spits out. But I think the 5 questions he's mentioned are fun and good. So let's get into it. So number 1, given the recent history, what are your realistic expectations for Leeds United in the upcoming season? I did a video last night, if you haven't seen it, of the bookies predicted sort of table and what I think to that. I had 15th in that for Leeds, which I think could be a great season. I think that's realistic, and obviously that is a realistic expectation that it asks for. And can we aim higher? Yes, aim higher by all means. I don't think 9 finish that first year that what we had under Bielsa is going to be possible. The league's a lot different. I think we've got a better side now than we had when we went up under Bielsa, don't get me wrong, but I think that's shooting too high. I think realistic, anywhere between 14th or 17th, I think most Leeds fans will tell you is a decent sort of place to sort of hope we can get to. So they're my expectations. Number 2, which current player do you believe is most crucial to the team's success and why? Now this is a difficult one because there's so many different reasons for so many players. I think Eddie himself chose Rodon after going through the team. He wasn't too sure, but I sort of think Rodon to a degree. I think that central defence pairing of him and Strauch's been great. We know how influential Rodon's been because Strauch's been out for periods of time as well, and he's had to play next to Ampadu. And I think Ampadu, as a partner, he isn't a centre back by trade, but I think he elevates his game and looks really, really tidy there. And I think a lot of that goes down to how good Rodon is. But I'm going to say Jayden Bogle for me. I think this team requires width, it requires your fullbacks to get forward. I think Firpo's massive as well in that. They both do that really well, the Firpo and Bogle. But with Bogle still being here and Firpo potentially not being here, we'll have to see how it goes. I'll sit down here. I'd say Bogle. I think Bogle's been outstanding. Just missed out on my player of the year to Dan James. Probably second behind him for me. But I think, yeah, the hard work he does getting up and down that right-hand side. The defensive frailties that people said were there, I don't think are there, if I'm honest. Big step up to Premier League to come, but I think that sort of role in our side under Daniel Farke is vital. Our fullbacks need to play that way in the Premier League. Will they have to adapt and maybe not be as forward thinking perhaps? Can he do the defensive work as well as maybe he needs to? We'll see. But for me, I think Bogle is absolutely vital and crucial to our Leeds United play. So that's my reasons for him. Number 3, looking back at Ellen Road atmosphere, what's your favourite memory or experience that truly embodies being a Leeds fan? Probably going back 2 seasons to the Leicester game when we were 1-0 down and we came back and won 2-1 later on when Archie Gray scored that goal, which it was a known goal. It took a deflection. That was probably the best. As you know, I don't make no bones about it on this channel. I haven't been going to Welland Road for the last 20 seasons. Like, you know, I think Eddie himself's been going up and down country for the last 25, and fair play to him. I love that. For various reasons, having a family and work and stuff, and just not having funds really. I've not been able to go as a dedicated fan home and away, but obviously I've supported him all my life. I'm a huge Leeds fan, but going week in week out to Welland Road especially has only been the last 3 seasons for me. Obviously I've been to games within seasons, even back to when I was a kid, but yeah, in terms of being at a game and walking out and thinking, wow, the Norwich one stands out, Sunderland last season stands out, the Bristol City 6-0 stands out, obviously that was massive. But when I actually look at it, the 7-0 against Cardiff as well were brilliant. But yeah, the game against Leicester were just unreal at that moment as well, because we didn't think we could catch them, and then we beat them, and then you're right up there in it. So that season it was stressful. It was close this season, but this season I felt we'd do it. Last season I weren't sure, so getting that win against Leicester, the roof came off. The I Predict a Riot scenes were probably the best we've had since we've sort of played that song at the end of matches. I'd say that were right up there, that Leicester game. So for me as a fan, the Leicester 2-1 win 2 seasons ago was my best memory. Number 4, beyond promotion, what's the biggest thing you would like to see Leeds United achieve in the next 3 to 5 years? So I think having a regular Champions League spot might be a little bit out of reach in the next 3 or 5 years. What I would say though is, why can we not consolidate? And you know me on this channel, I'm going to say 2 letters, FA, and then 3 more, Cup. FA Cup. Why can't we win an FA Cup? Why can't we win a Carabao Cup? Why not? Let's consolidate. Let's stay up. Let's consolidate. In 3 seasons, why can't we be a side that's got a squad quality deep enough to go out on a decent cup run? That's what we need. Stay up, build, have it a couple of seasons where, in a couple of seasons' time where you don't feel like you're looking over your shoulder anymore. We can do that. Why can't we go for a cup? Yeah, it'd be nice to be in that top 6, top 4 on a regular basis. Is that unrealistic for the next 3 to 5 years? Maybe not. Look at Villa. Look what Forest have done. But we haven't seen that over a consistent level with Forest yet, and Villa are starting to look a bit more consistent. But why can't an FA Cup, a deep FA Cup run, and potentially a trophy in the FA Cup, or get into Wembley via FA Cup? That's what I'd love, and be pushing that top 10 and being in and around. Your Brightons, teams like that, who will look like season after season they could quite easily go, have a decent year and end up in those European spots. So that's where I hope we'll be in the next 3 to 5 years, mixing it around there. We're deep, going deep in cup competitions. Number 5, if you could bring back one former Leeds player from any era to play for the current team, who would it be and why? Now this is a solid question, but a brilliant question. I'm really intrigued to see what others say. Part of me is thinking, and I don't want to be just too recent, but part of me is looking now going Rafinha. Imagine Rafinha now at Leeds, if you could take Rafinha back. But I know this is open to any era, and I know there'll be a lot of fans out there who will look at that Don Revie side and be like, your Billy Bremners, your Jack Charltons, Johnny Giles. Is some players there who I obviously never watched. I've seen YouTube clips. You can only get so much from YouTube clips. I guess I don't feel it like they feel it, because I didn't witness it. I know how good that side is. I'm a massive Olivier Dacour fan, but I think Eddie chose Viduka, and I'm sort of tempted to look at Viduka too myself, to be fair, because when you look at what this side needs, I think Pirot's class. I think a lot of times Pirot gets sort of rightly or wrongly mentioned to being a similar player to Viduka. If he is a similar sort of player, he's nowhere near as good as Mark Viduka. So could you imagine Mark Viduka playing up top for Leeds United? I think he'd add something. Tony Yeboah's a big favourite of mine. So it's hard to say one, but I might just be a little bit different and not use as history as something to go by, and I'd say probably Rafinha now. If you imagine Rafinha playing, if we don't sign Solomon, imagine having Rafinha. I know he played up right for Leeds, but yeah, I think Rafinha's world class, one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world. So it'd be a toss up, Viduka, Yeboah, but Rafinha would be a little bit different. So yeah, they're my 5 questions. AI spat out at good Eddie, and he's asked me to pass it on. So I'm actually going to nominate Darren from Only Leeds Bros. If he's busy, I don't mind Dillo doing it. But yeah, Darren and Dillo, however they want to do it, I'm going to pass it on to Only Leeds Bros. And I'd love them to either answer these 5 questions or put into AI somewhat similar and see what it spits out. But I think these 5 questions, what Eddie's asked me to do, are banging, to be fair. I think they're really good. Talk about some stuff we don't really touch on, players from other eras who'd fit into the side. I think it's a great talking point. So yeah, Only Leeds Bros, Darren, Dillo, however you want to do it, please do a similar video, and yeah, tag Eddie in it. I'm going to do the same and then pass it on. So yeah, that's me. I'm going to get back in there to kid's 6th birthday party. Mental. Have a great weekend. I'll be back on Sunday night with Priestley for a chat about transfers. Oh no, not transfers. Lack of transfers, rumours and all that shite. But yeah, thanks a lot, Eddie. Top guy. Please go check Eddie's channel out. Solid earth, that man. So go check him out, give him some love, please subscribe to him, and yeah, I'll see you all soon.